Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to save and load using using Python JSON. So for example, now let me show you the result of this work. Now it says welcome to name saver app, input any key to continue. Why? To enter new name, input any new name. Let me input any new name. Let me write YouTuber, then enter. It says name has been saved, and also when I run it, I want to load the data back. Now you enter any key to continue and say input any name, or to load name input I will input L. So when I input L, it says YouTuber was the last name saved using JSON. That's what we are going to be working on today. So let's get started. Please, if you are new to this YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button right now. And please don't forget to turn on the bell notification, and also do not forget to support me on PayPal. The link is at the description below. So let's get started. So our first step now is that now what we are trying to do now is to create a program whereby we input our name, and when we input our name it saves it for us. And also when we want to load it back, when we enter a load button, we now load that name that has been saved right before. So let's start writing some codes. First of all, we are going to write import JSON. Our second step now is to create a program whereby a name and saver program. And let's go about it by like writing this. And we are going to write input, then we are going to write welcome to name saver program. Input any key to continue. So our second step now is to write this my input. We are going to create an input variable whereby we are going to be storing our JSON. We are going to be storing it into our JSON file. So here's how we are going to do it now. We are going to write input, then right over here we are going to write to enter a new name, then input any new name, or to load input any new name, or to load name input L. So here's what we are trying to do now. When we input any name, we to enter any new name, input any, or to input any to load name input L. So here's what we are trying to do now. If we input as I was saying, to enter name input any new name, you just input any new name you want to input, and to load name you have to input the letter L, the letter L. So now we are going to create a condition whereby when we input when we input any letter, we are going to save the program, and when we input L, then we are going to load the program. But first of all, let's work on the saving part. And here's how we are going to do it now. And for this case now, we are going to write print. After we've input, we are going to work on this part where we enter our name. If we enter any name, and whatever we enter, we are going to save the data that we entered. So here's what you are going to write here: print. Then we're going to write name has been saved. So right over here, let me show you how to save with JSON. Here's what we are going to do about it. This is how to save with JSON. So we are going to create a variable right over here, JSON save. And what we are going to write is we are going to write JSON dot dumps bracket this input, whatever we input as the name, which is my input. And the next step here where we are going to do here is that with open, then under here we are going to create the name of the file we are going to save this my input. And you can write any name you wish. You are going to just write name. We are going to write save JSON save the data and dot JSON. And right over here, we are going to write our comma here, and we are going to write our apostrophe and write W here. Sorry. So and we are going to write one more thing as F. This is the format we are following for JSON. It's not like Pico whereby we just write just one line of this thing, but this JSON is a kind of this is a kind of different method it's using. So right over here, we're going to write dot f dot write, then JSON save. That means this our variable we created here. So that is for the saving part now. Let's run it first of all. Let's run it first of all and see something if it's going to input any key, enter any key to continue. To enter any new name, input any new name. I'm going to write YouTube tutorial. So when we input it, it says name has been saved, and it's saved. I guess it has saved it, but we are going to know for sure if it has been saved by working on this loading function. So let's work on that. So to work on the loading function now, here's what we are going to do about it. So right from this side, when we say welcome to name saver program, input any key to continue, then we input any key to continue. And from this line here, my input variable, when we say to enter new name, input any new name, or to load name, input L. Right over here, we are going to create a condition for we are going to create a condition, and the condition is that if we input the letter L button, we are going to load our save data. And if we just input any new name, then we are just going to is going to we are going to just proceed through this line here, which is name has been saved, and it automatically save the date whatever we input into this JSON. So let's create a variable, and what we are going to do now is that if we are going to write let's create condition, sorry. So if my input, that is this variable, whatever we input inside this variable is equal to L, that means if we input that L button straight up, then here's what we are going to do. Now this is the loading function we are going to be working on right now, so we should pay attention to this. So we are going to write with, this is the format we are using to load JSON file. My open, we are going to write apostrophe, and under this apostrophe we are going to write this right over here, JSON save data, right over here, this JSON save data. Then we write our comma, the apostrophe, then R, then we write as F. I know that the format might be confusing, and you won't get it. It's not going to be, if you want to try to understand it, it might not be that easy for you to understand. So, but this is just the format you have to use for JSON. If it's like pickle is much more easier for you to explain. Just like just a line of code, you just write with pickle to load your data. But if it's JSON, this is the procedures you need to follow for it with Python. So you will now write to load equal to JSON, then dot loads. We are going to write LOADS, loads. Then we write F dot read. So this is the variable we want to so we are loading this, we are opening this save data right over here, and right over here now we are going to say JSON dot loads F dot read. So that's the format we are going to follow for it. So under here we are going to write print load. That's print this variable from this variable which we are trying to get right over from here. Then this file, we are not going to call it variable. Are we supposed to call it variable? But we are going to come from this, whatever we saved here, we are trying to open it and create a new variable whereby we are going to print out the text that we saved from imputing our data, imputing whatever we input right over here. So load, the comma, was the last name saved. So as from here now, I want to show you something. We wrote a YouTube tutorial as the last thing. That's what we input as our name, and we saved it right over here. So we want to check now. Let's run it and check if we truly saved this YouTube tutorial right over here. So let's run it right now. So welcome to name saver program, impute any key to continue. So it says to enter new name, impute any name. To load, impute L. I'll press L. It shows an error right over here. It says file not found error. No, there's nothing like that right over here. Let's try and run the program again. Impute any key to continue. Let's try and restart again. Let's try to impute any name. YouTube tutorial for Json. For Json. It says name has been saved, and let's run it back again. Impute any key to continue and impute L. It says no such. There's an error. It seems okay. Yeah, we forgot something. We forgot to do something right over here. We are supposed to create another condition if. So here I forgot to create an else. I said that right over here we are going to create a condition, and I forgot to impute. I said that if we impute the letter L, we are going to load the data, and if we did not impute, we are supposed to write else right over here. That's the mistake. So let's run it right now and see if it's going to work. I guess it's going to work right now. Let's try and load our previous data. Impute any key, impute L. Let's just start right over from the beginning. Welcome to name saver program. Impute any key to continue. Let me write YouTube and run it again and impute L. I'm having some errors right over here. Let me see the error. Let me try and trace the error. Sorry, I think I got with the error here. We are supposed to put .json right over here. So let's run it now right over here. So welcome to name saver program. Impute any key to continue. I impute J. Let me write the any name. Let me write YouTube Json. Then when we impute it, it says name has been saved, and when we run it right over here, impute any key to continue and press L to load. It loads back. YouTube Json was the last name saved. So I think we've solved the problem now. That's all. Is this .json? So you should remember that if you save the you should remember that you should try to write the right what will I put it? The right text for the name of the file. So please don't forget that, because if you write that, it's going to give you file not found error. So thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Hi, please, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button, and please don't forget to turn on the bell notification and support me on PayPal right now. The link is at the description below. And so thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to automatically load a data using Python JSON. For example, now we want to create a name saving program, whereby when we input any name, it automatically saves the name, and when we close the program and we run the program, it automatically loads the name we input, the last name we input. So now we have run the program. Now it says no name has been saved. Welcome to name saver program. Impute any key to continue. Let me impute any key. Then to enter new name, impute any new name. Let me write YouTube. Then it says name has been saved. And when we run the program now, since Now it's showing no name has been saved because we haven't saved any data. So when we run the program again, it automatically loads the last name we saved, which is YouTube. It says YouTube was the last name saved. Welcome to name saver program. Input any key to continue. Input any key and I write coding this time, and I input. It says name has been saved, and if I run it again, it says coding was the last name saved. So that's what we are going to be working on today. So let's get started. Please also, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button right now and also hit the like button, and please do not forget to support me on PayPal right now. The link is at the description below. So let's get started. So in my last video I showed you how to manually save and load data using Python JSON. For now, like this, our program was that the program I made was that it's a name saver. It's also a name saver program whereby if you input your name, it saves it, and when you want to load, you have to input a button before you can be able to load your data. So the manual way is just that you have to input a button in order to be able to load your data instead of you doing it automatically. So let's run this program now. Let's run the program right now. For the manual this thing, let's run it. Let's run. Okay, it's showed now. It says welcome to name saver app. Input any key to continue. The last video is at the link. I'm going to put it at the link at the description. I'm going to put the link at the description below. So for the last tutorial whereby I show you how to save and load manually using JSON, using this Python JSON. So but to now let me show you the result of the program. So it says welcome to name saver app. Input any key to continue. It says to enter new name, input a new name, or to load, input L. You see now right over here it says to load name, you need to input L. You need to input letter L, and maybe you just have to manually load it. But this time what we are going to be working on is for us to automatically load the data instead of us manually loading the data by inputting any letter or doing any manual process. So that's what we are going to be working on now. So let me clear all these scripts and leave this import JSON. So here's what we are going to do for it. So right here now, the program, what we are going to do now, right over here, we are going to write import os.path. What we want to do here is that we are trying to I want us to create a kind of condition whereby if we haven't saved any data, it's going to show us no saved data, and also if we have saved the data, it's going to show the name that we input as the saved data, and it's going to automatically load that data that we saved instead of it showing no name has been saved. So that's the condition we are going to be working on right now. So now here's what we are going to do about the condition. We are going to write an if statement. If os dot path dot is file, that is we are going to create a new name of the file, the saved let's write something like coding as the name of the file. So here's what we want to do. Whatever JSON whatever we save into this into a JSON kind of what would I call it now, into a JSON file, whatever we input are we saved. So we are trying to right over here, we are trying to find if that file, if such a file that we if such a file, whether we save any data or not exists. So that's what we are going to do now. We are trying to find out if this coding file, we whatever we saved, if such a thing ever existed, or if there's how will I put it, if there is a data being stored into this file called coding in our JSON file. If such thing exists, then let me just do something. Let me just make a comment right here. Then, or I'll just write auto load, and else here's what we are going to do. We are going to say no name saved. So that's what we want to do now, right over here. We want to make sure that if there is such file exists, we auto load the name, and if such file does not exist, then we just say no name has been saved, and it doesn't load or try to attempt to load anything that hasn't been saved. So under this if os part.code, here's what we are going to do. If such file exists, then what we are going to do under here is to load the file. How are we going to load the file? We are going to write with open. Then I would like to copy this. Right over here, coding, to save time. Alright, and paste it right over here. Coding, then with comma apostrophe R. And what we are going to write here, we are going to write as F. And under this place now, right now, we are going to write load equal to JSON dot loads, LOADS, loads. We are going to write f dot read. And what we are going to do now, we are going to write print, then load, then comma, then apostrophe was the last name saved. So, and even with that, we are not going to just we are not just going to end the program here. We are going to start the program newly in case if anyone wants to impute or save any name. So here's what we are going to do about it. We are just going to write impute, then welcome to name saver program, then impute any key to continue. Then right over here, we are going to create our variable right over here. We are just trying to we are just trying to create a program of the name saving application. So that's what we are doing right over here. So our other step now, we are going to create a variable my input, which is equal to input, then to enter a new name, impute any new name. So then right over here now, when we that's for when we impute our name to collect the data for the name that has been imputed. So right over here we're going to print, we're just going to print um name has been saved, and for that reason then we are going to write json save is going to be equal to json, that's the save function for these dumps, then my input, then with open, then we are going to write the name, this name coding right over here, coding, then coding, then we write our comma right over here, then with w, that's our w as f, then we write f dot write json save. So that's all for the if this file exists part, for this if this file exists part. Then for this else, I don't want to waste any time, but I'll just copy right over from this side, right over here. I'll copy here, I'll copy, and I'll write something, I'll copy and paste here. Then what I'll just write print right over here, no name has been saved. So I think that yes, if such file does not exist, it says it comes to this side right over here and says no name has been saved. You just run the program normally where you impute any key to continue, you impute the name you want to enter, you want to save, and it says name has been saved, and also it saves it with the save function. So let's run the program now and see this and see the result right now. Now it's showing that it says no name has been saved because we haven't saved any data under this coding file. So it says welcome to name saver program, impute any key to continue. So I impute any key, it says to enter new name, impute any name, and write coding tutorial, coding, I'll give space tutorial, then we enter, it says name has been saved. And also let's try and run it again and see if it automatically shows this name, this coding tutorial we just wrote right here, and it won't, and let's see if it's going to show this no name has been saved or not. So let's run it now. It says coding tutorial was the last name saved, so it's fulfilling this side here right over here if such file exists. So we are going to load the data and we are going to pass through the normal steps. So let's just enter any key to continue and pass through the normal steps. Impute any new name, I'll write Python, and once I write it, it says name has been saved, and once I run it again, it says Python was the last name saved. So I think that's all for this tutorial. That's how to create a name, that's how to automatically load the data using Python JSON. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Please, if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. And please do not forget to support me on PayPal. The link is at the description below. So Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.